Monday morning. I didn't vlog over the weekend because my parents were here and I just spent time with them, but I missed it. This video is going to start off with a tragedy. Are you ready? This sock isn't the tragedy. Look how far I am on the socks. That's the leg and that's the heel, and I'm knitting up to the toes now. It's very exciting. So I'm nearly finished this sock and I've been whittering away on it while I was chatting with my mum this weekend. So this is the second sock that I've knitted. And the tragedy is I can't find the first sock. No. I have searched everywhere. And I remember taking it out of my little project bag because I didn't want to lose it. And now I've lost it. Can you believe it? So I nearly have a pair of socks, but I can't find the other one. I can't believe it. So that's the tragedy of the weekend. It will be here somewhere. When I went on holidays, I took it out because I didn't want to lose it, and I put it, I don't know where. Sorry to start off with such a sad note for the vlog. I am up and dressed bright and early. It's nearly 8 o'clock. I'm taking the kids to school this morning because Danny had meetings. Normally I'm in my pajamas still and lazing about, but I was up and made breakfast. I've got dinner in the slow cooker. I know it's going to be great for future Natalie. And I'm going to go to work for a bit and then sit with a friend and just see how the day unfolds. Unflows? No, we want to flow in the unfolding. It's full moon energy. I'm ovulating. This is a outward creative time for me. Moving in flow. You saw me do my planner this morning. That's just a bit of a kind of, this is what I have to show up for. And I'm really not resisting, I just don't enjoy having my days set out for me. I love to wake up and then see how I feel and explore those possibilities. So the things I have to show up for, I'm just putting in there as a bit of a, understanding of the markers of my day, like the little touchstone points. And then in between, I intend to flow for this week and for this day. So join me on the flowing. I don't know where it's going to take us. If I had said that in my 20s, we could have ended up in Portugal, but I'm a mum of 2 boys who are about to come and get me to go to the car and do the school run. So I'll see you guys after I show up for all of the things. That's the teenager. I gotta go. So when my dad came the other day, he bought 3 boxes full of books. Somebody in his town was giving books away and asked anybody if they wanted them, and he said, I'll take them. And so I went through all of them and I did get a few out. There's a few, this is a pile of sort of John Grisham, Michael Connolly things for a friend of ours who loves that sort of stuff. Danny's got a box of books, autobiographies, biographies, sport related. So he's going to go through that though. He doesn't read anymore. When I met Danny, he was a reader and it was so attractive. That was a thing to lure me in, I think. He doesn't read anymore. It's so sad. And then I've just got piles of books. A Bryce Courtney. There's a couple that I'm interested in, but mainly they're just like, I do want to read them. It's just nothing that was like, completely exciting. So, this is called The Day the Bookies Took a Bath. I don't know. A novel of horse racing and skullduggery. They're just sort of those kind of books that, if I get to, I get to. Those pile of books? Nothing really exciting, but enough to pique my interest. I mean, come on. I have to read that, right? I thought I'd just show them to you because I have new books to add to the stacks. that I'm not going through anymore. I came in here to clean this up, but now I actually do really feel like reading at the moment. I've napped and I've woken up feeling groggy from the nap. You know, those naps that you take where you're kind of a bit disoriented afterwards. So there's a lot I could be doing. There's a lot I need to do, but I'm just, I just feel a little bit disoriented. And remember this morning when I said future Natalie is going to love that I put stuff in the slow cooker? Oh my God, I'm so in love with past Natalie. She is amazing. Truly amazing. Truly amazing. I'll take a stack of these, put it on our stacks, and yeah, I'll show you what I'm reading. And then we might find a nice sunny spot with a cup of tea. Let's have a cup of tea. That sounds amazing. Oh, okay, I gotta get up off the floor. I don't know how I'm gonna fit these up here. The stacks are getting very precarious. I need to read. And I feel really inspired to read right now. I love it. Let's play the stack game. Let's do that. Let's have a book moment. So, I was making the videos where I was picking books randomly with random number generators. Anyway, the game is that. I'll pick you up. Those are the new books that have come in. Oh my God. Insane. And I need to put those books onto my shelves, but my shelves are full. So I need to read old books to make room for new books. We're rotating our stock. That's what I called it, rotating our shelves. So I'm going to do a random number generator to pick which book is going to be shelved, and then we'll go from there. How many books are there? There's 66 books there. Seriously. I have to jump on the moments where I feel like reading because they aren't coming around as often as I feel like sewing or knitting, right? Random number generator. There we are. The spinner wheel's back in a daily vlog. That's a bit fun. 53. I can work backwards. This is the book we're going to shelve. Set in Papua New Guinea. Oh man, I'd really like to read that. But no, we're reading an older book. I just realised that this author is Australian. And these shelves that I normally put things on are for people that aren't Australian. Those shelves are for people that are. So we're going to go and read from our Australian shelves. Okay. So behind me are 9 shelves. We're going to count this top one as 1 and then go 2, 3, whatever. So we get a little spinner wheel again and we see what shelf we're going to read from. Don't be 9. Is that 6? Okay, good. 9's right in the corner. I'd have to move stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the idea is that I find an author whose last name starts with the same letter as this. So an author whose last name starts with M on this shelf. Let's get out some options. Well, we've got Alex Miller, Roger McDonald, Julian Mears. Wow. So we'll pop this on the shelf. What book? Well, I can't read this one because it's too small. We need to make space on the shelves. So when I go to put this book, I can fit this book back on the shelf, but I can't fit this book back on the shelf because the book we picked to be shelved was quite big. So by default, that can fit in there, can't it? Yeah. By default, we're reading this. There you go. Natalie plays a book game and actually picks up a book again. That sun is so lovely. Can you feel that through the camera? Oh, It is so incredible. My goodness. I'm going to make a cup of tea and I'm going to sit out on the veranda and I'm going to read this book until I don't want to do that anymore. And that's when I'll see you again. I'm in bed, and I'm in bed in here because the afternoon took an unexpected turn. I just feel a bit nauseous and I need to go to the toilet a lot. And you know when those feelings come over you and you think about what you ate during the day? And I go back through and I had chicken curry for lunch from a delicious place that we eat a lot at. And I'm not saying it's food poisoning, but so even when I say it, I go, oh, it just doesn't feel right in my belly. So I told the boys that I'm just going to come in here and have my own space tonight and let what needs to unfold, unfold, if you know what I mean. I feel really proud of myself that I've created this space for me and for me to take space when I need to, especially in moments like this. I don't know, this was always set up for guests and it just sat here. And it had a couple of beds in it, you know, and a couple of chairs for guests. And, it, you know, we don't get a lot of guests. So there was this whole space here that I didn't feel like I could hang out in just in case guests come. I don't know when that theory or idea kicked in, you know. There's always been guest rooms that have just sat in people's houses, right? And just in case it's all set up for the guests to come. And yeah, I just feel like if you've got a guest room or even a guest little granny flat like this, don't leave it for guests. Set it up for you. You know, especially if you've got your books piled away in a corner. Get some bookcases in there and spread them out so you can see them, or your craft stuff tucked away in a cupboard. Pull it out and have your sewing machine set up so you can engage with it when you want to. Or maybe you want a space to dance where you can close the door. And yeah, I just really feel like we need to reclaim our homes, or those parts of our homes that we're leaving for guests, as ours, because this experience of having my own space is, it changes, so many changes for me as a woman and my ability to just handle the everyday, because I'm kind of, making space for myself. Anyway, I'm just very grateful for it tonight when there's some sort of funny tummy situation going on. Boy, am I grateful for that. I think everybody in the house is grateful for that too. So yeah, I'm going to be here. I've read a bit more. I've got, I don't know, 30 pages, and I'm really enjoying reading it. At the start, I'm on page 41. At the start, I was a little concerned. You know, with historical fiction, there's a line, a fine line, where the author does so much research and just wants to tell you all about it. So incorporates facts or little ideas or sideline little paths that don't really add to the story, but they're just kind of cool things that the author wants to tell you about. And I was a bit worried at the start that this might be the case, but it's starting to calm down a bit now. Anyway, the preface was, you know, him as a kid, this, I don't know how to say his name. It's Syms. How would you say that? Would you say Symes or Sims? Anyway, it tells the story of how he got to be on the boats. And then the next chapter is him at 47 years old. And he's in Sydney. His appendix has burst. The doctor takes care of him. And the doctor, he is now, Symes is now deaf. And he's just got scarring all over his body. And yeah, some stuff has gone down. So the mystery has been introduced. So I feel like we're going to sort of hang out with him in different time periods and get all of this backstory. So if that's done well, that would be good. But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying reading. And I said that so surprised, don't I? Anyway, that's me for the day. I certainly followed my flow today, especially with the reading in the afternoon. It was beautiful to just read next to Fitz while he was doing his homework, and I just haven't done that in so long. So yeah, it brought me a lot of joy today. Work days are always quite slow afterwards because it takes a lot of energy out of me, all of those numbers. But yeah, I feel really happy about the day, except for my choice in curry. But I'll talk to you tomorrow and let you know how that all panned out. Aren't you excited to hear about my toilet adventures? Oh, can't wait. Okay, I'm out. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night.